Defense regarding takfir. Now, this is the other main point that they mention in many of their books, that we don't make takfir of people. You've seen earlier on amount of takfir that they make of people. They say the following: we don't make takfir of the one who worships the idol, i.e. the tomb, which is in the grave of Abdul Qadir, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, and the idol which is on the grave of Ahmad al-Badawi and their likes, due to their ignorance and the absence of the one to notify them. So they said we don't make takfir of people because if they're ignorant. Our response is, look, on some issues, some things are haram and not shirk, first of all. So the thing is haram but not shirk in the first place. Secondly, there's some things you make takfir of regarding shirk, which are not shirk in the first place. But anyway, so absence. So we don't make takfir. The person has to be explained to. But we say that your explanation in the first place on some scenarios is not anyway, because that person is not doing anything wrong. Okay, some things are wrong, haram, but others aren't. Okay, but anyway, the argument is we don't make takfir. The person, you have to go to them, you have to explain to them, you have to teach them. Is that the case? Ibn Abdul Wahhab said, I don't make takfir, even when it's someone who's on the grave of somebody's, a scholar's grave. Okay? Their own scholars disprove that point. The opposite answer. There he says, the person, you have to go to them, explain. What does he say elsewhere? He says himself and contradicts himself. Whoever from the people of shirk who died before this da'wah, so died before his time, whoever from the people of shirk who died before this da'wah reaching them, the ruling is that if they were well known to practice shirk deliberately and died upon this, then it is apparent that they died upon disbelief. Dua cannot be made for them. Udhiya, qurbani, cannot be given for them. Charity cannot be given on their behalf. Nothing about they had an excuse. Remember, here he's contradicting himself. He's saying they didn't have an excuse. They died upon disbelief. So that argument of theirs, of his, he's contradicting himself already elsewhere in his works. And their scholars themselves don't accept the argument. Sheikh Sulaiman bin Sahman, Abdullah and Ibrahim, the sons of Sheikh Abdul Latif, reject this understanding. They said, yes, Sheikh Muhammad did not make takfir of people. Takfir of people except after reaching of evidence and da'wah, because they at that time were in the period of fatra and did not possess knowledge of the prophetic teachings. Because of this, he said, due to the ignorance and absence of a person to warn them. So what they're saying here is, they said that previous statement, that I don't make takfir of somebody on the grave, who's actually on the grave of a scholar. He said that was talking about somebody in a place where they have minimal Islamic learning. An example in our time would be like, for those who remember, the old Soviet Union. The old Soviet Union, where people, the state had banned religion. People knew they were Muslim. They said they were Muslim, but they had no knowledge of Islam. They might know the word Allah. They might have heard of Mecca, Medina, and that was about it. They didn't know anything about praying, fasting, nothing. He's talking about those people. That's what they mean. So the scholars have said that statement of the Shaykh, person on the grave, talking about someone where there is no Islamic teachings available. It doesn't mean where there are scholars of Islam, Hadith, Quran available. So they themselves contradict that argument or defense. As for if the evidence reaches then there is nothing preventing their takfir, even if they do not understand it. So if the Quran and Sunnah are available to a person, that's it. Takfir can be made of them. As you can be seeing now, that's where Daesh and their group get their theology from. They make it takfir, killing people. It's all based on these kind of teachings. And this is a book from 2004, signed off and supported by Sheikh Saleh al-Fawzan, undermine the common defense of Salafi Wahabi and takfir. They themselves undermine the argument about their defense of making takfir. Okay? And this is where all these extremist groups get their ideas of making takfir. So people at a certain shrine, whatever they're doing, maybe they're doing things are wrong. Okay, let's just accept that they're doing things are wrong, which are haram, not shirk. They're doing shirk according to their understanding. We say it's not shirk. They're doing shirk according to their understanding. Therefore, they're kafir. They have the evidences. They have ulama around. They're kafir. Therefore, we can go and do something, kill them there. What do you think? Somebody looking at this kind of material in North Africa, Libya is just a mess at the moment. Two rival Libyan governments fighting it out. Syria, Iraq, just a mess. And other places as well. And these kind of rulings that they're finding on takfir, obviously they're going to be making takfir of people.